Hey, what's up? I'm Matt. I drove from Amarillo to Albuquerque, New Mexico today. In Amarillo, it was 18 degrees, foggy. The fog was freezing to everything. Now I'm in Amarillo and I'm about to turn my air conditioning on full blast because it's hotter than in here. I'm not complaining, those are just the conditions. I've got my windows cracked, my curtains closed, trying to keep it as cool as I can without running the motor and burning up fuel, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that. If I put my hand over in the spot where the sun is shining between the curtain and the glass, it's about 120 degrees. So it's heating up pretty quick. Even though it's only like 60, 65 degrees outside, it's getting to about 85, 90 degrees inside the truck. Now, those are conditions of living on the road. If you don't know, if you're not a truck driver, everybody else who's a truck driver know they got all their ways. Everyone's got their own way of doing things. There's a really good way to do things. There's really bad ways to do things. You know, what's comfortable for you, what's comfortable for me. Amenities. Like, I don't watch TV. A lot of drivers have TVs in their trucks. They keep themselves entertained. Whatever you got to do. When it comes to driving and safety, I don't think there's any various different ways to be safe on the road. And we all need to be doing the same things. Driving cohesively. I'm really enjoying the CB radio that I got. It seems to be great. I'll do a radio check. Is this thing working? And that's the way it is. You go to Amarillo, Texas, it would be 3 or 4 different guys hollering back right away. In Albuquerque, I can't get a single reply out of anyone. And I know they got the radios on because they're complaining about the drivers at the fuel island. That was just moments ago. There's drivers sitting there right now taking their half-hour break. The other drivers that are parked in the parking spot are sitting there watching the other trucks pull up to the fuel pump, shut their trucks down, go inside and leave their truck at the pump. They literally do that. And there'll be other drivers behind them on the CB radio talking to the driver in the parking spot about the truck that's parked at the fuel island. And they see the drivers go inside, they don't come back out for half an hour. Or they come back out and they sit there for half an hour. They leave their truck there at the pump and take the breaks. So nobody wants to talk to each other on the radio because we're also frustrated by other truck drivers' behavior. And it takes those specific drivers that are out there. It's not every truck driver, it's not every person in the world, but there are more and more and more drivers that just don't have this common sense that their behavior or what they're doing on the road is in the way or causing a problem. And I don't think the other drivers are really telling them appropriately, like, hey, you know, you should pull your truck forward or go find a parking spot because this is a busy place. They don't think they even realize that. They pull to the pump and think, oh, I'm good to stay here for half an hour. And they just don't care. And I think it's more like the latter. They just don't care. They're going to stop their truck, do what they want on the road, and you're not the cop, so F you. You know, I've seen other drivers urinating on the pavement next to my truck, and I said, hey, please don't urinate in the parking lot. And they say, what are you, a cop? No, go away. It's like, that's the kind of attitude. Those are the people I'm talking about. It's not everybody, but those are just the ones. And I'm trying to just have a normal conversation like on the CB about relevant things that have to do with weather conditions and trucking, and none of them want to talk to anybody. None of them are conversating with each other. We're not communicating other than like, hey, get out of my lane. Hey, a-hole. You know, you're trying to kill yourself. There's one lady out here, I've heard her 5 or 6 times. She's the most talkative person on the radio in this area, and she's yelling at all the other drivers on stuff they're doing. You're trying to kill yourself, and yelling and cursing and cussing out other drivers. It's a female driver. Like, she's the biggest, baddest of them all out here on the road, and you need to stay out of her way. And she's one of the ones at the fuel island, at the fuel pumps, complaining about other drivers at the pump. So I don't know if it's because she's female and this used to be a mostly male dominated industry, that the females have to boost themselves up to compete with the men, and they've become like really, really aggressive. Like I tried to talk to the manager at Denny's, and there was another female driver there, and I can see her in my peripheral vision staring straight at me over something I said. She's not saying a word, not participating in the conversation that we're talking about. No, different uses of phones, and she's on YouTube. And she's got headphones on, but she's just staring with her eyebrows down. She's mad. She doesn't want to say anything. It's like instant hate. And I was talking about you can use your phone to go to college. I completed a whole semester of college using my phone. I communicate with my family through an app called Life 360 so they can follow along and see where I'm at. I also record videos and take pictures and write stories about what I've done and post them so that I don't have to call 5 or 6 different people when I'm supposed to be trying to sleep to tell them how I'm doing, where I'm going, and everything. I can post one thing with a message and they can all look at it and see that and get the same exact information from me while I'm resting, so that I'm not, end up driving tired or driving and trying to talk to them on the phone when I'm going down the road. I think it's way better to do that. And I can't, well, there's only one thing I can think of why the lady was staring at me at Denny's is because she does that. And I was saying that I was mentioning that it can be dangerous or harmful, or there's a better way to do that. And it seems like I'm putting down other people and calling them stupid for the things that they do. And I'm only mentioning things that can help improve. I'm not saying that that people that do this are dumb. It's like I didn't know when I was younger what I know today, and I'm not going to call my younger self a dumb person. But if I met them today, I would say, hey, you don't know this now. Look at all this stuff that you're going to learn in the future. Let me just help you learn faster. Let me help you improve your life. People just don't want to hear it. They don't want to be told what to do. It's like, I'm just sharing information, just like I'd like to do on the CB, share information, but drivers don't want to do that. We already know everything, right? So I'm not trying to rant or rave. I just want to talk about my perspective, what I see as a driver, as an individual on the road, my experiences driving a truck, using services, going to truck stops, shippers, receivers. Like the CB shop today was closed. That was kind of a bummer. I was looking forward to going in there, and my first time in a CB shop, but it was closed. There are more shops, so I have more opportunities. But I'm making my life comfortable and trying to understand the best way about everything I can about this, so I can do the best that I can and make improvements and grow as a person. So that's what I want to help other people do too, is grow. I do a lot of this when I'm talking, so please excuse me. Anyway, that's what I got to say. Y'all have a good day. Drive safe, drive smart, and check out the iRadar app. You can actually drive through areas and get notifications via sound that you are in a threat area that will alert you to dangers that are possibly in the area before you approach them. So you'll know ahead of time before you are even able to see it and perceive the threat or the hazard on the road. Somebody's already marked it and told you, so you'll be able to do better. So drive safe, don't text and drive, limit your conversations to only what's necessary when you're driving, and park your vehicle centered between 2 lines, not all crooked. Thanks, bye.